beady-eyed gazes her way and to the inviting duffel bag on her back. She wiggled the duffel off her shoulders and set it on the concrete roadway, placing it behind her as 7 of the natives approached. They came in tiny hopping motions, appearing not too fast or coordinated. But as she'd noted before, there were a lot more of them than there was of her. The closest Vedans hesitated about 10 feet away, chatting among themselves in a language her implanted translator bug could decipher, but which she could barely make out above the din of the rioting. She did recognize the word human, which was probably the reason her attackers hesitated. Humans were known as badasses throughout the galaxy, whether they be male or female. Yet Summer was only one human, and a 5'2" slender-built one at that. And as their numbers grew, the aliens' courage reached a critical mass. They moved a little closer. When the first 3 were in range, Summer spun and grabbed the duffel bag, lifting it from the ground and swinging it like a fat green baseball bat. The gravity helped, and the impact was enough to send the natives flying through the air and into the side of a building on her left. She let the momentum carry her through a complete circle, making the other attackers back off. She made another rotation before stopping to catch her breath and regain her equilibrium. Then the Vedans came at her again, this time from opposite sides. Summer tossed the heavy bag at the first 2, knocking them off their feet. But 3 more grabbed her arms, as another smacked her on the back of the head with a stick. The hit caused her to stumble forward, but it wasn't debilitating. She kicked out with her right leg, contacting a Vedan in his soft stomach. He buckled over and fell to the ground. She followed that with a right jab to the face of another native. Summer was delighted to discover that with Vedans, it was 1 hit and they were down for the count. Her mood soured when she noticed another group of natives rushing toward her from up the street. She suddenly recoiled from a brilliant flash of light coming from her right. It was followed by several more, until all the attacking Vedans were either on the ground unconscious or running for their lives. 2 human Marines, dressed in tan and gray fatigues, raced toward her. The younger of the 2, a corporal with brilliant blue eyes and smooth, almost baby-like skin, bent over, offering her a hand. "You okay, miss?" he asked in a slight southern drawl. Summer nodded. "Where's my bag?" "I've got it," said the older yet equally cute Marine. Summer pulled it from him as if he were the enemy. She looked quizzically at the 2 men. "We saw you from the gate," said the baby-faced Marine, answering her unasked question. "Your blonde hair stood out. You were hard to miss. Come on, let's get you inside." Summer blinked as a cloud of acrid smoke swept past the trio, stinging her eyes. She nodded absently and accepted the Marine escort. They led her to a set of metal gates placed at the entrance to the small human diplomatic mission on the planet Vedan. 2 other Marines stood guard, their flash weapons at the ready. As she approached the compound, Summer was sickened to see a dozen naked bodies lying to either side of the gate, both natives and off-worlders alike. She craned her neck at the dead as the Marines shoved her through the entrance. "Yesterday they made a real effort to get inside," explained Babyface Marine. "But we fought them off. Others came in overnight and stripped the bodies clean." There was a small security area beyond the gate, leading to a larger portal with another set of security bars. There was a central courtyard beyond the archway, easily measuring 300 meters square. And sitting near the center of the clearing was a small space shuttle, its back ramp open while a sizable group of nervous-looking humans was being herded inside by a handful of additional Marines. Summer made a quick survey of the surrounding building. It formed the outer wall of the compound, reaching 3 stories in height and with balconies running along the inner perimeter of each floor. There was an arched canopy over the courtyard, made of an opaque gray material, keeping the interior hidden from prying eyes in the taller structures surrounding the compound. The building itself appeared vacant, with all the frenetic activity concentrated on the ground-level courtyard and the space shuttle. Summer's 2 handsome saviors flanked her as a scrawny man with glasses rushed up to them. "Who the hell is this?" he barked at the Marines. "We found her outside the compound. The rioters were attacking her."